We're inside the mausoleum of Sir Titus Salt. This is where you would open up the vault. Wow.
What's up YouTubers? Today I'm at the Saltaire United Reformed Church as we enter the gates and greet our feathered friends. That is the magnificent building across there we shall be video filming today. Now a lot has been written about Sir Titus Salt, a lot has been written about Saltaire, but what we'll do today is try to do something different, not repeat ourselves. We'll take you up close and personal to the resting place of Sir Titus Salt and try to take you right to the top of the building. What I'll do, as we did in our previous Saltaire video called The Secret Tunnels of Saltaire, I'll drop a link in the description that relates to a short survey. It only takes about a minute, and if you could kindly do that and click submit, because we got a great response from our previous video.
Here we are, another film, another day. I wonder if you can recognise where we are. I think the historians amongst us know this is the Congregational Church of Saltaire, and Saltaire has been done over and over again, lots of history about the place, and today we're just concentrating on one thing really, and that's we're going to go and visit the man himself, Titus Salt. So we're on the main drive up to the church, and I thought we'd take you for a little bit of a walk. It's lovely weather today as well, so it should get some nice clear images of what we're about to see. So before we enter the church, I just wanted to give you the artist's impression from a photograph at the time, I think, of Sir Titus Salt. So this is the chap we're going to go and see in a moment, and he's actually in the vault, the family vault at the back of the church, a mausoleum. And what I wanted to just show you is, I don't know if you can see on this drawing, but that's the mill that's behind us at the moment. It's a bit of shadow there, but there we go. And a lot of these buildings were constructed for all his workforce. So you had the hospital, the school, stations just down the side of us here. And there is a plan in existence showing the model village. So you can see we are stood just there at the moment, on the outside of the church, but just off to the side there's a small building, and it's called the Mausoleum, and this piece of road around the church is Mausoleum. That's what it's named as on here. Now when we look a bit closer, there you are, Mausoleum, and you can just make out the little building there. So the church itself, in 1856, it's documented that Mrs. Salt laid the foundation stone of the church. So not Titus, but Mrs. Salt. And this building handsome style of architecture will accommodate 600 or 700 persons and will cost £9,000. So if you convert money today, it's quite a lot of money back then. But what a fantastic place. So here we are, we're inside this glorious church, and I don't know if you want to pan the camera around a little bit. It's of Italian style, and it was opened up in 1859. But yeah, it's quite grand, and you can hear the organ in the background there playing. What I do have is an image from when it opened, and if we bring that down, there you go. So still as magnificent as the day it opened. Now the vault itself is actually just off to one side, and as a visitor it's not always easy to spot. But we're going to take you straight into the vault now and let you see where the final resting place is of Sir Sir Titus Salt and the rest of his family. So if you want to follow me, so in this area here you can see it's normally curtained off. But if you're a visitor and want to come and have a look, you are more than welcome to come and see the place for yourself. There are restrictions because obviously the mausoleum is behind glass, behind a door here. But today we have special permission to go inside. So hopefully you'll get to see it all a bit closer up than usual. So you can all laugh at me now trying to get this door open because it's extremely heavy. There we go. Now we have to be careful because there's no handle on the inside, so we don't want to get locked in. But, so here we are. We're inside the mausoleum of Sir Titus Salt. This is about as close as you're going to get to the man himself. It's only fitting really to show his picture next to his memorial. But yeah, quite an amazing carving. And this is the Titus Salt vault. I know it rhymes, but yes. But you can see that there are other people in here as part of the family. So you've got Sir Titus Salt, born 1803 and died 1876. And you've got Caroline Lady Salt, the widow of Titus Salt, and she was born 1812 and died 1893. You've also got some of the children in here, and who else have we got? The wife of, let's have a look, Mary Jane Susan, wife of Edward Salt. And then on this other side we have William Salt, Mary Salt, and Fanny Caroline Salt. And one thing you'll find is a lot of the names of the children are actually the streets around Saltaire itself. So that's just a little bit of extra info for you there.
Right, okay. Just one thing.
We have a blank.
So that could be...
I guess the vault could still be inhabited by somebody if there's any family left. So it's a possibility it could actually, there's still space in the vault. Where we actually are stood now, there are shelves with plaques on where the bodies are. So it's like a stacking system. You've got different slots in there and the coffin's placed in, and then a stone plaque is put to block the hole up. So again, this floor is basically a doorway into the vault. But I mean, it's magnificent in its own right. You can actually see this is where you would open up the vault. So this is actually a door. So you've got another one there. So you'd use some sort of lifting gear to lift it up and move it to one side, so it gives you access. There's probably a staircase or something under here to access. But it gives you that extra information that you can't really see from the doorway, but it gives you a little bit more insight. So yeah, it's a bit daunting to think that we're actually stood on the night of the realm of that time. So apologies to the Salt's family, but it's a good way of demonstrating to you how magnificent all this is. I mean, the carving is just sublime, but it's never weathered. If you think of a cemetery, when you see things like this in cemeteries, a lot of them have dissolved over the years. but it's perfectly preserved. It's exactly as the day he died.
Well, going back to the floor, I believe we've got some very rare negatives. They'll be shown on an ancient projector.
That's right. One of the friends here that have allowed us to come here today, I think it was her father, took some photographs inside the vault. Now, there are negatives which hopefully we can get some decent pictures from, but we'll have a look in a moment. We'll have a look at the viewer and see what we can see. So just on the entrance to the mausoleum, there is actually a plan on the wall here. And as we were discussing about the hatch to access the tombs and the coffins, you can see here, we are stood in this part here, the entranceway, and you can see the names of everybody in their own, I suppose it's like a cubicle for each person. So the coffin would have been placed in there, and then there's like a stone headstone, if you like, placed in that space to seal it up. Now, we've been lucky enough to some slides. Now, they're not particularly easy to see, but it gives you a little bit of an insight to what's down there, and we'll try and post some of these later, but I don't know if the camera can make that out.
Oh, it's gone off.
Oh, batteries run out then, there we go. So that's like one of the covers down there. So what we'll try and do is, some of the others, we've taken a photograph of the slides and we'll see what we can do, see if we can't put them on in the film.
I can't really tell whether you can see it, but we'll put the slides in if we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just one thing to point out, I don't know if you've noticed, but that hatch is actually coffin size. So the hatch in the floor would take a coffin. So we've taken you inside the mausoleum, and what a wonderful place it is, but just if you wondered, this is what it looks like on the outside. So it's like an extension on the side of the church. That's the only sort of right words I can use. It is an extension of. So the building where you've seen the fantastic angel on the wall, that's what it looks like on the outside. But this isn't the only memorial out there to Titus Salt. The town, as it was before it was a city, we're obviously very proud of him, and he actually had a memorial designed for him. This was when he was still alive as well, so you can see it's quite a good likeness of him sat there. And I had a bit of a look around on the old internet, and you can see there, that's Bradford Town Hall in its infancy in the 1870s. 1873 it was finished. And you can see the statue outside. It says Salt statue. So that's where Centenary Square is now. And the actual finished product is that. Now, some people that still live in Bradford today that's watching this film will probably recognise that if they've been to Manningham Park or Lister Park, because that monument is still there next to the Norman Arch and can be still viewed today. So that's Titus Salt sat there in his chair. But also in Roberts Park, which is just over the canal and over the river in the distance from here, there is another statue of him that stood proud that you can see. So he is dotted around. The roads, as I mentioned, in the village are relatives, apart from one street which is Lockwood and one is Mawson. The two architects that designed everything that you've seen today. So even this church was done by Lockwood and Mawson, who were the architects of Bradford Town Hall. So the legacy continues, and all these people that we keep doing films of seem to interlock as we go around. again, whereas the internal part has stood the test of time and is like new, it has weathered a bit on the outside. But again, it's quite a stunning piece of architecture. And somewhere that I recommend people come and have a look. We've been here today and we've seen quite a few people from all over the place really. We've been lucky to meet some people that have come on the holidays and they're having a bit of a look round. And it's been a bit of an honour to share what we've been doing today with them. A little bit of the history which they didn't know. And I did notice a few people actually miss going to see Titus Salt because he's kind of set to one side in the church. So if you do come here for a nosy, look for the curtained area in the corner, the far left hand corner as you come in. Okie dokie.
So this door leads to the balcony.
All right, okay, yeah.
The elaborate
Wow, yeah.
ceiling. So this was probably where Titus Salt and his family would have viewed.
Right, so it's like a viewing area for Titus Salt and his family.
We'll have to film in here.
Yeah.
Because
it's now used from the Scout stories. This is all.
So it's like when you had your own entrance into a church at certain times. Sort of the rich people used to do that. But yeah.
Where you can see the balcony would be through there. You have to crawl through that door there. Do you want me to open that up?
Here we go. He likes a good adventure, does Riaz? He likes to get me doing things.
I can't say no to, you know what I mean?
It makes a good film, doesn't it?
Of course. So what's this, Andrew? Sorry, I missed that.
This is the balcony. So this area would be where Titus Salt and his family can view. There you go.
I won't attempt squeezing in there, but we've got an idea.
I can do it for you if you want.
Go on then.
Being the madman that I am. There you go. So you can see what view you would have had if you were Titus Salt of the proceedings in the church. Can't ask for a better view than that. And the balcony just here.
I believe the gas lights got in the way a little bit.
Yeah, it does block the view of the organ, doesn't it? Right, I think that's fantastic, thank you. Right, hamster out. Thank you, that's mine. There we are.
Sorted.
We found ourselves going up all sorts of towers since we started doing these films.
Yeah.
This has got to be the ultimate one though, and it's also the cleanest one. Okay. Wow.
So this is the ringing room for the 6 bell.
Gosh.
We've got a rope warmer here, just keep it on
Right.
there. And that is a deal board from 18. So that's the date.
Thank you.
1888.
Put the torch on. There we go.
One of these men.
Oh yeah, I need the camera, don't I? Right.
All the best, chaps.
It's been nice.
It's been good knowing you.
Nice and steady.
You're not long that force when you get to that level.
Yeah.
Mind it,
Okie dokie. Right.
Okay.
Yep, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Step over this. This is actually the gearbox for the clocks.
Gosh.
Right, so that's the gearbox there.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'll do, I'll open that trap door.
Yeah.
You can stick your head through, you can see all the bells.
That's fine. I might
Don't
put
go
my
any further in.
put my hat on.
Yeah.
Like Indiana Jones doesn't like snakes, I'm not so keen on spiders. I just admitted that on film. Oh dear.
Yeah, they're all safe. All the bells are down there, so you're all right.
Okay.
So there's 6 bells up there.
This is
We've
great.
all got names of the Titus family names. Oh, mind your head.
There we go. Oh, right.
The heaviest one would be called Titus.
Oh, I can see a Peter.
That's it.
Wow. This is quite something. It's an honour to be able to come and have a look. Thanking you. I think I can extend this for a second. It's interesting how the sun's suddenly come out and it's blinding me.
Yeah.
That's brilliant, thank you. So yeah, so this is graffiti from many years. Yeah. So this is just people that have been up here, or
Yeah, probably bell ringers have fixed them.
yeah, just making a name. Wonderful.
I'll put the trap door on there. You just wait there.
Yeah, that's fine. Won't go anywhere, thank you. And now it's the careful descent.
Yep.
Wonderful, thank you.
Okay. Those are some muffles for the bells when there's a funeral.
Oh, right,
Half
okay.
muffle the bells. You just want one side of the clapper, you just do
Yeah.
one side.
Right.
Okay. That's my phone.
So what I'm going to do in a second is turn the camera off to do the safe thing and come down carefully, because as you can see, it's quite steep. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the full length of the roof there.
Gosh. From this vantage point, you can see the entire roof of the church going right across. It's quite a view. That's great, thank you. This is the organ in the church, and we've just got a little bit of a look inside. Been kind enough to open up the side. Can't go too far, but it might be if I borrow the camera a second. There we go. So you can,
The torch, are you okay?
I think we should be okay. It's not so bad in here. Oh, you can see right up to the ceiling. Again, a little bit of an exclusive look inside. One of the columns there, right up to the ceiling. and the pipes. So there you go.